So far, Fiocchi 40 grain VMAX ammo has performed very well at 50 and 100 yards, but the most demanding test is the one I'm about to shoot now at 200 yards. If this bullet can hold up and maintain its accuracy at 200 yards, I think it's a good test and it's a good indication that the bullet's a solid performer. I'm at the 200 yard range, and I've zeroed this rifle at 100 yards for Fiocchi 40 grain VMAX. According to the muzzle velocity and my ballistics calculator, I should be zeroed at 3/4 of an MOA here. So I've dialed that in. Let's see what happens. Well, this is one strange group. The first shot is at 7 o'clock on that green ring. The next two are those two yellow shots just outside the green ring at 3 o'clock. Now that elevation is about what it should be. What's strange about this is if you look at the bullseye, there are 4 shots there, and they're about a 3/500ths MOA. I mean, they're not even a half MOA, they're less than that. What's odd to me about this is that I've got that big wide group, maybe a 1 MOA or bigger, and the next 4 shots are in a less than a half MOA group. I'm just not sure how you explain how you have this big wide group and then all of a sudden everything starts working and you get this tiny little group. So one of the mysteries of our time, I guess. I'm going to shoot this time at the Coyote graphic. From the bullseye, I moved to a graphic target of a coyote, and coyote has a red dot on it, so coyotes in the wild had red dots. I could pick them off. So I decided to shoot this, and I did aim at the red dot. I wanted to see how the hits would compare against this small red dot against that bullseye target. I'm looking for some reassurance there is some consistency here. By the way, for the sake of comparison, those 4 shots that were in a line on the bullseye of the bullseye target measured 0.36 MOA. In comparison, these 3 shots on the coyote measured 0.54 MOA. Those are both from 200 yards. I've switched to a 10.5 inch Seekins Precision. I've got a 6 power scope instead of a 25 power like I had on the other one. What I kind of confirmed with the other rifle was that, first of all, I had a good zero at 100 yards. That's important. And secondly, I had my ballistic coefficient. I had some other things all set up right. And my ballistics calculator told me exactly where to set my scope for a zero at 200 yards. So I'm going to try that again with this one. The last one was a 3/4 MOA adjustment. This one is going to be 1.5 MOA. So I'll go ahead and dial that in. for time's sake, I didn't show all these shots as I shot them. I shot 5, and as I'm fond of saying, there's always one. And this time that one is down there at about 5 o'clock on that yellow ring. You just have to wonder sometimes. But if we look at that 4-shot group, notice the elevation. I did that by measuring the muzzle velocity and using a ballistics calculator to tell me where to set my scope. And you can see the elevation's not quite perfect, but it's very close. And that's a real tight group. That group actually measured out at 0.43 MOA. So another group, and this is a 4-shot group, under a half MOA at 200 yards. And remember, this is a 10.5-inch barrel with a 6-power scope, shooting 40 grain Fiocchi VMAX ammo. Despite that one outlier that's probably my fault, I have to say I'm pretty impressed with this ammo. I'll set up and shoot a coyote next. First one might have been a little bit high. I can't find the third one. I think I'll shoot 2 more at the coyote. Either I have 2 bullets go through the same hole, or I've got one really bad. I'm going to try it with a light on this time. If I can get it on. Oh, that's nice. Well, let's see how we did on the coyote, and I'll show you that one shot I couldn't find in the spotting scope. But if we look at what we've got here, we've got what looks to be 4 shots. That's really 5 shots, and I'll show you where that 5th one went right now. Let us recall, as we look at this 5-shot group that measured 0.66 MOA at 200 yards, that it was shot from a 10.5-inch barrel with 40 grain bullets.